Today on MTG Unpacked, we're taking a look at the new Pioneer Challenger deck, Lotus Field Combo. So very cool, let's check it out. So we build a stockpile of resources, take the game in a single turn, make tons of mana, draw tons of cards, and win instantly with Approach of the Second Sun. Oh no, I remember that one. It's a battle-ready 60-card deck, 15 cards sideboard, and a deck box, and you can see some of the cards in there. These are going for about 45 bucks US, so a little bit pricey. Slay it with flowers. Gotta love the little sayings on the lid there. Okay, here is the deck box. Shiny goodness, and this will also hold, if you take out the divider, it will hold everything nicely sleeved, so plenty of room there. That's good to see. Okay, so here is the deck, and we've got the sideboard, a nice divider here. Separate your sideboard and main deck, and in this flyer you'll see these in each of the decks here. So it tells you a little bit about what Pioneer is. Basically everything that was in Standard from Return to Ravnica and onwards. And yep, same poster as the others. Excellent. Alright, so let's get into the deck here. They have a little pull thing here, which I am struggling with right now. But yeah, they wouldn't want you to get into the deck too quickly. Okay, so pulling out the lands. So we do have, I have a feeling, yeah, we've got, holy cow, okay, we've got tons of non-basic lands there. And we do get some more lands. This deck seems like it's mostly lands actually. Let's set that aside. We will take a look at those later. The most interesting part here is the deck itself. So let's check it out. So we have Fae of Wishes, creature fairy wizard 1/4 for 2. So this was from Throne of Eldraine. The creature portion has flying for 1 and a blue. Discard 2 cards, get to return Fae of Wishes to its owner's hand. And has granted 3 and a blue. Sorcery adventure, you may choose a non-creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it and put it into your hand. So when they say outside the game, they mean you're grabbing something from your sideboard. So we'll see what's in that later. We've got 2, 3 of those. Okay, Mastermind's Acquisition, sorcery for 4. So this is from Rivals Vixalan. Choose one, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Or you can choose a card you own from outside the game. Here we go again. And put it into your hand. Just one of those. Oh, this one. I love the artwork on this. And it also has a rather fiendish ability here. Peer into the Abyss. Sorcery for 7. Whoa! Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life. Round up each time. That's craziness. You could actually target yourself. So we'll see if there's any way that would be useful here. Dig Through Times, it's an instant for 8, it has Delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting a spell pays for 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Excellent. So 2 of those. Arboreal Grazer, just a low-end beastie here. Creature Beast 0/3 for a single red. A single green, yes, that is the colour green. I have red on the brain from the other deck I was looking at. Has reach. When it enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Okay, so he is going to help us ramp up to some big stuff. So 4 of those. Vizier of Tumbling Sands, creature human cleric 1/3 for 3. So tap, you get to untap another target permanent. Cycling for 1 and a blue. So you pay that cost, discard this card, you get to draw a card. And when you cycle Vizier of Tumbling Sands, untap target permanent. Okay, so we're doing some shenanigans here with tapping and untapping. Right, so 3, 4 of those. Interesting. Opt, instant for a single blue, scry 1. So look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom of your library. And draw a card. So this is a pretty common card in control decks. We've got 4 of those. Hidden Strings, okay. I think this is one of the combo pieces. Sorcery for 2. You may tap or untap target permanent, then you may tap or untap another target permanent. Okay, so this is where the tapping and untapping comes in again. Also has Cipher. You may exile this spell card encoded on the creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. Okay, always good to see that. Get some free spells out of the deal. Sylvan Scrying, sorcery for 2. Search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. And notice it doesn't say basic, so we can pull any of our non-basics as well. So 4 of those. Strategic Planning, sorcery for 2. We've got Elrond here. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Elrond sees the future as a whirl of signs and symbols, omens interwoven in an intricate knotwork only he can decipher. So fun little bit of lore. We've got 4 of those, okay. Pore over the pages, sorcery for 5. Draw 3 cards, untap up to 2 lands, then discard a card. Okay, so we have 4 of those. So is it just my imagination, or do we have hardly any creatures? Sorceries, instants. So you've got a couple, yeah, a tiny handful of creatures. Okay, so if you're new to Magic, that may be confusing, but you'll see why when we see what else we've got here. So we've got some forests, so basic lands. 6 of those, and then islands, 4 of those, and then, okay, so the rest is non-basic. So I think this is where some of the shenanigans comes in. We've got Lotus Field. It's a land, has hexproof, enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, when it enters the battlefield, sacrifice 2 lands, and you can tap to add 3 mana of any one color. So I'm thinking that's where all that tapping and untapping comes in. You get your mana, untap this, use the mana again, and then maybe you can just keep untapping it a bunch of times. So casting those sorceries or instants. So we've got 4 of these. Okay, Thespian Stage, land, tap for colors for 2, tap. It becomes a copy of target land, except it has this ability. Okay. So target your Lotus Field, and so you get a copy of that, plus you can get that ability. That seems pretty crazy. So 4 of those. Yavimaya Coast, another land here, non-basic. Tap to add 1 to your mana pool. Tap to add blue or green to your mana pool. Yavimaya Coast deals 1 damage to you. Okay, so a decent non-basic land there, dual land. 4 of those. Temple of Mystery, enters battlefield tapped. When it enters battlefield, scry 1, tap it 4, green or blue. You would probably, yeah, you get 2 of those. You probably want to replace those with a better dual land. Okay, so let's take a look at the sideboard. And I didn't see Approach to the Second Sun. They mentioned that on the back of the thing there, but I think that is maybe a upgrade suggestion. We have Omniscience. It's a mythic enchantment for 10. What? That's craziness. You may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. Okay, so yeah, with a lot of cheap mana ramping up, you can cast these high-end spells. This dude again, Peer into the Abyss. Here we go. Approach of the Second Sun. And interesting, we don't actually have any white mana, but the Lotus Fields, I think, get us the, what was it, the mana of any color, I believe. Yeah, add 3 mana of any one color, so you can still cast that then. Sorcery for 7. If the spell was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach to the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, put Approach to the Second Sun into its owner's library, 7th from the top, and you gain 7 life. So you can win within 2 turns once you have the mana. If you've got 2 of these in hand, just cast 1 on 1 turn, cast another one on the next turn, or maybe if you've got so much mana you don't know what to do with it, you can cast them both on the same turn. Or the ticking clock there with what was it, 7th from the top. Sweltering Suns, a sorcery for 3, deals 3 damage to each creature, has cycling for 3. So you pay 3, discard it, draw a card, and again, no red in here, but we do have the Lotus field to get us that mana. Shifting Ceratops, creature dinosaur, 5/4 for 4. This spell can't be countered. Has protection from blue. It can't be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, enchanted, or equipped by anything blue. For a green, it gains your choice of reach, trample, or haste until end of turn. Okay, 2 of those. Thought Distortion, sorcery for 6. This spell can't be countered. Target opponent reveals their hand. Exile all non-creature, non-land cards from that player's hand and graveyard. So depending on what you're up against in game 2 or 3, you're going to dig into your sideboard and counter some of the opponent's strategies. Void Snare, sorcery for a single blue, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Bouncing those back. Blink of an Eye, instant for 2, has kicker 1 and a blue, so you can pay that extra as you cast this spell. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If the spell was kicked, draw a card. Tormod's Crypt, artifact for 0. Okay. Tap, sack it, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So if you're up against somebody who has graveyard shenanigans, who can just bring stuff back from the graveyard, this will take care of that nicely. And Negate, instant for 2, counter target non-creature spell. Wilt, instant for 2, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Cycle for 2, so if you're up against an artifact or enchantment heavy deck, that will help you out. 2 of those. Okay, so there we have it. This is a really interesting deck. A little bit confusing to new players, I think, but you should get the hang of it pretty quick. A lot of nice combos there. And leave a note in the comments what you think about this one. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. And we have one more deck coming up. We'll take a look at that soon. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy out there. Thanks for watching and have a great day.